Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So yep, we're back from our road trip and looking refreshed and ready to trade. So as normal, we start off with Euro USD, and I want to start off with a weekly chart here because there is some fairly significant signals that are happening at the moment. So the first thing is, let me just get this channel in. There we go. So you can see we've got a lot of interaction in the past here. So this was in 2018. We were battling with this area here, and that area is between 118.191 and 117.499. Now if you looking at my strategy at the moment, you'll understand that you have diversions here. So there's a low, lower low, there's a low, higher low. We're in an area of potential support on the weekly, and we've also broken through the 155 moving average, and we haven't really tested it yet. And look at my oscillators starting to group the downside. So I suspect we're going to get some sort of a buying opportunity fairly soon. Now if we come across to the 8 hour, you'll see grouped and crossed at the moment. Sort of fell quite rapidly on Friday, pull back slightly, and what I'm looking for is a bounce off support. So if I just come across on the 8 hour and just start putting these levels in, you see there's another one there, see lots of fractals at that level there. Okay, and then there's potentially, well, not potentially, but there are a lot. That's why I put one more in here. So there's a big area of support here, and you can see it goes back quite far. Okay, all the way back to the 30th of July last year. So at the moment, we are back in that area. We are looking for support. If we come to the 1 hour, you can see we've had a fairly strong fall last week. Pretty strong the last 3 days. I mean, we were kind of sideways, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had a pretty rapid fall. And you can see we sort of try to find support here, missed that one, so I would assume this is the next level as 117.500. 117.500, see what transpires there, but somewhere along this area I would be looking for price action to indicate a long. So Friday was pretty sideways, and I would be waiting 117.500, 117.251 and 117 dead. There's definitely going to be some buyers coming in somewhere along the line there. So I'm going to see what happens there. If we get through those levels, turn around and start bouncing, then I would say we have continuation to the downside. But this area here is a decision area for me. So we'll stay out of this until we see some price action that indicates a buying opportunity. Okay, I'm not picking a bottom. I'm really just coming off the weekly chart, running with a weekly trend and based on the retracement. Moving on to US dollar, Japanese yen. This has been pretty much one-way traffic to the upside, and we've broken through this area here, and I just want to put another one in there. I'll give you, oops. So all I'm doing is getting these fractals here as my levels. We are grouping the upside, which is probably indicating some sort of a pullback, and we just wait for that pullback. It doesn't look very exciting for a long anyway. If we look at the 1 hour, you'll see different story on the 1 hour. We have broken through the moving averages, retested, didn't retest the 155, but retraced the 33 on the 66 EMA, and then gapped up on Thursday, rallied, and Friday was pretty much one-way traffic, bit of a sell-off, and then we've had a bit of a sell-off again today. So I'm looking for structure, and the closest structure for me is down here at 109.254. Come back into this area, price action will dictate, but I'd be looking for another long down in this area, run with this trend on the hour. British pound, Japanese yen. If we look at this as being one-way traffic for most of the year, we had this pretty strong sell-off last week, beginning of the week, and then rallied again coming into the close. So if you look at the weekly chart, you'll see a massive green pin bar. So this is a bearish bar here, this gap up and piercing pattern. This normally indicates a sell-off. That indicates a sell-off. We are pretty high and I would want to see retracements. I want to see retests of the breakout. So for me, there's a very strong weekly area right here, and you can see that's kind of what we bounced off. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that being retested again. So at the moment, there is a gap here as well. So that's kind of the structure that I'd be looking at, is this area here and potentially just that area there. I'll give it to you now on the 1 hour. So you can see this gap. This is Friday's gap, 149.953, and then we have a weekly area here of 149.542. On the hourly, it's starting to look like we need to be looking for something different, and that something different could be one of these two areas as well. So this gap up and run is pretty much a breakaway gap, so we could be looking at this as something like that. There we go. So sort of a strong rally, consolidation into a flag, and then we're looking for a breakup. So I'm looking for longs on this pair. This area that we're in right now does interest me at 159.10. Otherwise, I will look at any one of these tails, and more than likely, if we get through this area, we could see some support come through there at 156.19. But that to me definitely looks like we have a move to the upside brewing, and that's just a continuation going with the trend. Okay, so that's kind of my view there. Aussie dollar, US dollar, nothing really much going on here, is there? I think the key element here is this level right here. So that's 0.76233. If this rejection continues as it is now, and we start breaking below this first 8-hour bar of the day, then we still have a little bit more support to be found all the way down. So you can see, that's the area that actually needs to give, which is the low of last week. If this area gives way, then we're definitely looking for shorts here. So that's 0.75646. If I look at the hour, nothing really going on here. We sort of were going sideways last week, sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now we're continuing this confusion. But look carefully, we have broken through the 33 EMA and the 66, and it looks like we're getting a crossover here. So I would be a little bit careful. There is a gap further down as well. This one looks to me like we're more than likely going to come back to test these lows. So 0.75920, 0.75646. I think until I get a clear structure of a breakout, I'm not really interested in them. If I look at the oscillators indicating another move to the downside, as I say, this is the important one, 0.75646. If we get through that, then short it is. Okay, Euro, British Pound, next one. Pretty much still nothing going on here. Last week there was nothing going on. Well, the week before last was nothing going on, and then last week I wasn't really watching it, and still nothing going on. But I do like what I see here with the oscillators here on the 8-hour. Let's just have a look at the weekly, see if there's any change. You can see there's a massive area of support here on the weekly, and look at this. I would expect us to start finding support somewhere along the line. To be honest, it's this is the range that it trades in on the weekly, so we are bottom of the weekly range. So I'd expect buyers to be stepping in somewhere along the line. If we come across to the 1 hour, Thursday was a big day, a big down day. Friday was pretty much consolidation, and now we're still continuing with consolidation. So I'm not really interested in getting into this just yet. This pin bar does look interesting, and we did get above it, but a break below 0.85354 would give us more to the short side, and more than likely to come down and test the low of this range at 0.84948. For me at the moment, this is sideways. I'll stay away from that one. And British Pound, New Zealand dollar. Lo and behold, we finally break through last week. I was really about to dump this pair, but now that we've broken through, it is a bit of indecision at the moment, but I want to see a pullback before looking to buy back into this pair. So the breakout is fairly significant. So we've got some fairly decent, we've got gaps down to the downside here as well. We've got some fairly decent support at 194,486, but I think we're going to have to watch and see what transpires here at 196,852, and also over here, although that's not really an area, that's the area there, and that's 196,198. So I want to see sort of a breakout of consolidation. Now, what consolidation am I talking about? Pretty much that range. So if we break above 197,511, I'm long, stop below here. If we break below this, I'm waiting for support to be found down here at 196,191, and then I'm long with a really tight stop below this swing low at the moment here. So probably around 195,950. Okay, anyway, that's it for me on Forex. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.